Hello everyone and welcome back to the 30-day challenge. This is the start of your third week, which is incredible. Well done showing up. And we're going to work today on balance, which is something that comes and goes. It's different every day. Every time I teach a class focused on balance, I hope it's a day that I can balance. We'll see, I'm not sure. But anyway, today's focus is actually the shaking in balance, which is the most important part of balance, is working the stabilizer muscles of the ankle, the lower leg especially, but even into the hip, to catch yourself when you're about to fall. So we practice balance to practice falling, or to practice catching ourselves, let's say. So we'll start by just warming up through the ankle and the lower leg. Bring the legs out in front of you. So the distance from your body really just depends on what's comfortable for you and how you're feeling in your outer hips and your low back today. You'll cross the right ankle over the left knee. Keep the foot relatively active here, so whether that's pointed or flexed, this just helps stabilize the knee. And we'll start to make circles in one direction. I'm already hearing some clicks and pops. And so here, not only are we warming up and getting the blood circulating through the low leg, but we're also getting a little bit into that hip. Switch directions. If you want a little bit more in the hip, you can always bring the left foot in closer. And release, walking the left foot away. Uncross the right foot, bring the right foot down. And it might feel good here just to do a couple of cat-cows. And switching, left ankle crosses over the right knee. And again, you'll start by making circles in one direction. Really reach out through the toes here. And I'm pretty tight on this side today, so I'll stay with my right foot pretty far away from me, but if you have more space, of course, feel free to bring the right foot in closer. And switch directions, rolling the ankle in the other direction. Very nice. Uncross, release. You're going to roll over the toes. Spread the toes relatively wide. Bring the knees down to the mat. And you'll sit back onto the heels. We've done this before. It's really intense, but it's a great way to get into the feet. And when we think about balancing, or when we're working on balancing, let's say, it's really important to start with the feet, with the base. And so what we work on in yoga, and you'll hear this cue a lot, maybe not in my classes, but at least I've heard it a lot, is spread your toes wide. And this is really important because as you extend out through the toes, you're also spreading through these muscles and these bones in and throughout the foot, which gives you a really sturdy base. And these muscles in the feet, we tend to forget to attend to. And these are our bases for stability, for balance, even for posture. So it's really important to give our feet some attention. And release. You can point the toes in the other direction, and I like to counterbalance by walking the hands back and lifting the knees. This is also really intense through the front of the ankle, but it's a nice stretch, especially if you tend to get the shin splints. All right, and release. And so from here, we'll just come into a downward facing dog, tucking the toes and lifting the hips. And it might feel good to bend one knee and then the other. Starting to move that stretch into the calf, further up the leg. Come into some stillness, press the floor away from you, really press the chest back towards the thighs. And a couple of times we'll come into that crouching tiger, so lifting the heels, bending the knees, sending the hips back. And stretch, extend, heels down. And again, lift the heels, bend the knees, crouch back, and look forward if that's okay for the neck. And release. And last time. And release. Very nice. Reach that right leg up and back behind you. Step the right foot forward between the hands. And you're actually going to walk the hands through center. And bring yourself up. Turn your toes out slightly, so towards the corners of the mat. Bend the knees, sit the hips low. And so we're really going to get into the legs here. You can keep the hands on the hips. If you'd like to reach them up, you can reach them up. It's really wherever you find balance. So as we move through these next postures, especially when we're starting to get into like really one-legged balance poses, as far as what you do with your arms, it's however you need your arms to be to stay balanced. There's no hard, fast rule as we move forward. We just want to practice the balance part. So your arms go where you can stay balanced. I will give you some cues, but you don't have to follow them. Find your spot, find your arm position, and move forward. So, sitting down low, you'll start by reaching the right heel up, and release. Left heel up, release. And again, right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Right and left. Center. And now both. Lift both. And down. So we're starting to get into balance. You might want to find a spot that's not moving. So probably not me. And I just had to correct myself because I'm really pitching forward here. Try to keep the shoulders over the hips. 2 more. Last time. Nice. Come all the way up to stand. Whew, that probably feels amazing. Shift the hips side to side, parallel the feet, and fold forward. Let the head relax. Enjoy this moment here before we really amp it up. Not to scare you or anything. So lift halfway, find a flat back. Walk the hands around towards the right foot. Both toes come to center. Bend into the right knee. Come all the way up to stand, reaching the arms up. So here we're already balancing, and I think that's important to note. The closer your feet are together, the more you're balancing, the wider they are, the better base you have. So find that within your own body where you're kind of walking the line of what's comfortable. And this doesn't mean your toes in line with your heel. In fact, your toes should never be in line with your heel because that's actually doing a disservice to your hips. And we'll start our balancing here by just bringing movement into this. So as you exhale, open the arms out wide and twist. Inhale back to center. Exhale, open wide and twist. Inhale, center. Open wide and twist. Inhale, center, and reach up. Look forward. And as you exhale, try to step forward, bringing the left knee into the chest. And if you wobble, that's good. Keep a slight bend in that right knee. And as you exhale, see if you can step back to your lunge. And again, stepping forward, left knee comes in. Ooh. And stepping back. Very good. Last time, step forward, left knee in. And step back. Ooh. Very good. So this time, I'm going to move my right foot back a little bit, just spatially. So we're going to do the same thing. As you exhale, step forward, bringing the left knee into the chest. But this time, as you exhale, send the left leg back behind you. And again, arms where you need them. Inhale, back to stand, left knee into the chest. Exhale, send it back behind you. And again, left knee in. And left leg back. And hold here, breathing. Step the left foot back behind you. Bring the left heel down, warrior two. So this should actually feel a bit of a relief, this warrior two position. And so you'll notice we're moving through our balancing poses. We're not just hitting a balance and staying, because what we're doing is practicing catching ourselves. And so we're trying to throw ourselves off balance, because this actually helps us become firmer in our steady balance poses when we practice the instability, the wiggling. And then look forward. We're going to step forward and keep our feet just as they are. So the left heel will come to the inside of the right heel. So look forward, left heel comes in, and then step back. Inhale in, and exhale back. Last time, inhale in, and exhale back. Ooh, I'm not steady today. So this time, as you come forward, we're gonna come all the way into our tree pose. So you'll step forward and bring that left heel in to the inside of the right leg, but as far up the leg as you can. Look forward. Find something that's not moving. Again, probably not me. And you'll step forward, keeping that left knee open by bringing it up the inside of the right leg. And then slowly start to turn your torso forward. And then again, arms wherever you need them to be. Press the inner right thigh into the left foot. Very nice. And again, hands wherever you need them to be. I'm going to bring them down to my hips for this next movement. Make sure you have a small bend in that right knee. This actually helps you with balance. The left leg is going to shoot straight back behind you with the toes pointing out to the side, parallel to the floor. And see if you can stay here. So this is like part half moon, part king dancer. But with the hip open, see if you notice any differences in what it is to balance. I can feel this in my right foot. Slowly bring the right hand down. We're almost done with this side. Left leg lifts. And then come here and bring those left toes down. Cross them behind the right foot. So you come pinky toe to pinky toe. Fold forward here. And then maybe you walk your hands over to the right. Hands back through center. Left foot steps back. Right foot steps back. Bring both knees down to the floor. Sit the hips back to the heels, either in a child's pose or I'm going to stay upright today. But feel free to fold forward into a child's pose here. Before we move to the other side, I just want to I want you to feel yourself grounded. So I want you to feel yourself stable, firmly planted on the mat. Here comes London to help me out. She does help me feel grounded. All right, and we'll prepare to move to the other side, if you'll let me, madam. So walk your hands forward, tucking the toes, lifting the hips. And you'll inhale and reach the left leg up and back behind you. Exhale it forward. Very good. And we'll come all the way up into our lunge this time. So set your base up first. Set your feet up, set your stance up so that your feet are either hip distance apart if you need that stability. You know where we're going. So start with a place where you feel really stable. And then we'll bring that movement into this. So as you exhale, you open the arms out wide and twist. And as you inhale, you come back to center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. And inhale, center. So look forward. Find something that's not moving. Find stability in that left foot first. And as you come forward, you're going to bring the right knee into the chest. Exhale, stepping back to your low lunge. Ooh, much less stable on this side. Inhale forward, knee into the chest. Exhale it back. Two more. Inhaling forward. Exhaling back. And inhaling forward. Exhaling back. And again, just for space, I'm gonna inch myself a little further back on the mat. Because this time as you come forward, you'll bring the knee into the chest. And then as you exhale, you'll send it back into your warrior three. Inhale, up and into the chest. Exhale back. Inhale in. Exhale back. Last time, inhale in. Exhale back. And slowly bend the left knee. Step all the way back to your lunge. Ooh, on the ground again. Spin the right heel down, coming into your warrior two. So opening the hips up. Take a moment here just to get into the hips, to enjoy being firmly planted with both feet. Set your arms up, look forward, find something that isn't moving. And as you exhale, you're going to bring the right heel to the left heel. And then inhale, step back, warrior two. Exhale forward. And bring it back. Really bumpy on the side, forward. And back. Last time, forward. And back. This time as you come forward, you're coming into our tree pose. So you'll bring the right heel into the inside of the left leg and as far up as possible. And then you can adjust once you're there, bringing the heel up even further. Look forward, prepare. Right heel in. And this transition reminds me a lot of my figure skating days, getting prepared to jump. And then press the inside of that left leg into the right foot, finding a lot of power between the foot and the leg. Lift up. And then I'm going to once again bring my hands to my hips, especially since I'm not super stable on this side. Bring a bend into that left knee and you'll start to send that right leg straight back behind you, but with the toes pointing out to the side, the inside of the foot parallel to the floor. And then lift up through the chest as much as you can. And slowly bring the left hand down, passing through your half moon just for a moment. Right hand down, right foot comes behind the left. Nice. Pressing down as much as you can to the inside edges of those feet. My legs are shaking. And step the right foot back. Step the left foot back. Press the hips up and back. And make your way down through onto your back. We'll finish out this class on the floor, just enjoying feeling our body touching the earth. Balancing poses are difficult for a myriad of reasons, but they also tend to elevate our energy, but kind of it can be in a frantic way, right? Because it's like our body's in this survival mode to catch us. So it's nice to end balancing on our backs, fully stable, fully supported. And we'll just stretch out those muscles in the outsides of the legs, the hips. They worked really hard today. So bring the right ankle to cross over the left knee, just like we did when we started. And then you can slowly bring the left knee into the chest. Left foot down, arms out wide to a T. Keep the legs just as they are. Bring that right foot down to the floor. Right knee points up to the ceiling. I love this one for my outer hip, up into my QL. This muscle, large muscle on the side of the low back that for me is always quite tight. This for sure is one of my, if I don't have time for anything else, I'm gonna do this. Especially after a long bike ride or a hike or even hours of sitting. Come back to center, keep the legs just as they are. Bring that left foot off to the left and let the knees drop over to the right. And back to center. Right foot down, take the left ankle, cross it over the right knee. And if it feels good, you can start to bring that right knee into the chest. And if balance is something that you struggle with, you can use a wall or a chair. I think it's one of those things that we tend to think in an all or nothing kind of perspective. Right foot down, twist to the right, bringing the left foot down to the floor, knee points up to the ceiling. And so to get the benefits of balancing, you don't actually have to be unsupported. You can get all the benefits of a balancing practice using the support of a chair, a wall, a desk. In fact, many years ago, I had an injury and lost all of my capabilities of balance on the right side. And in order to build it back, my mentor worked with me in small segments doing tree pose at the wall. So I would stand at the wall with my hand on the wall, my right leg on the floor, my left leg up into my tree pose. And at first I would just hold it with my hand on the wall, fully supported, just strengthening those stabilizer muscles in the leg that I had lost. Inhale, bring everything back to center. Right foot over to the right, knees over to the left. And then slowly, once I could hold at the wall for a minute and a half, we built up in very small segments. I don't remember if it was 5 seconds or what the time increments were, but we slowly built up to a minute and a half with my hand tapping away from the wall. So still close to the wall in case I needed it. And this is a really great way to build those muscles that we need for balance. And you can't just go into a balancing practice without having that foundation, right? So if you need the support, take the support. Ultimately, you're still making yourself stronger and you're still working towards the end of a great balancing practice. Inhale, come back to center. Bring both feet down to the floor, knees about hip distance apart. And just to bring everything back to center, because we did a lot of stuff, and pretty much everything we did was one-sided at a time, we'll press into both feet, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips up, coming into a short little bridge pose, just to bring the legs back into teamwork. Lower the hips down. And you can extend the legs out long on the mat, or if you'd like, what I'm going to do is bring my feet a little bit wider than the mat, let my knees knock in to touch. Bring your hands onto your belly. Let the eyes close. And I invite you to stay here for as long as you need. I want to thank you so much for showing up for yourself for the last 2 weeks. I look forward to the second part of our journey together this month. And I hope you have a beautiful Friday. I'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.